y'all? Hey, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to another edition of Queens of the Ring. My name is Nik-J. This is my sister friend, Boxiana. And we are back today to talk some boxing, y'all. This was a full card yesterday of boxing. Friend, how's your weekend been before we jump in? How's your weekend? How's your Sunday? How's everything going?
I'm sick again, but it's all good. Don't judge me. I see the look on your face. It's giving judgmental. Don't do me, man. I don't know. I can't get better. I ain't getting better.
If you go to the
Okay.
doctor, maybe.
Bomac don't go to the doctor either.
We're not gonna start with that. We're not no
You
ma'am.
started with me.
No
I'm
ma'am.
okay.
No.
Well,
No.
I feel like I said what I was gonna do. You and my mama is getting on my nerves.
Okay. I'm gonna hush. But by Wednesday, yeah.
Stop before Ain't Linda getting her and start fussing because she'll call. She'll
Yes.
interrupt this whole shit.
Yes.
Stop.
Okay.
Ain't Linda, stop listening to your daughter.
I'm gonna stop.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop. Other than that, how are you doing? How was your weekend? Did you do anything?
No, I stayed in the house. It was Hitler's birthday. So we had a birthday party. Well, actually, both of my nephews. My sister had her babies real close together, the 8th and the 13th of December.
Okay.
So yeah, we had birthday parties this weekend.
Yay, Hitler. I mean, Mason. Mason, sweet baby Mason.
Oh no, he has come into his Hitler self. Oh baby, and listen. You know what? I'm gonna tell y'all something funny. I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Okay.
So we were at the birthday party, and Mason was eating some grapes. And I looked up, bitch. I say, look at him. He got more than one in his mouth. I just happened to glance over. He had stuffed them grapes in his mouth, and I thought he had chewed them up. I looked over at him about 20 minutes later. You never guess what he was doing.
Was Hitler chewing on grapes?
He was eating grapes. I walked over. I was like, oh, no, what's in your mouth? Because I thought he had picked some up off the floor. Now, he holding food in his mouth.
Y'all
Like
better, I was just going to say, y'all better get a grip on that now.
Because, yeah.
We don't want no problems later.
You know what? I'm telling you, he'd be out there chasing my car. I have a donut stapled to the back of my car and be ripping and running down that hill. Go ahead. Don't lick. All right. Now,
Did you say a donut stapled to your car?
I will put a donut on the back of my car and make him chase it. Ain't gonna be none of that. I talk about it before.
No, we won't. Hitler's not gonna get out of hand. No, he's not. This sweet baby, we gonna tackle it before it gets.
Ain't no sweet baby friend. That's a demon.
He is. He's a sweet baby. You quit talking about Hitler like that. You quit talking about Mason like that.
Yeah.
Stop that.
I'm gonna bring him down there and let him stay with his Aunt Nick for about 2 hours. I ain't even gonna leave him long. 2 hours.
I could do 2 hours.
Y'all
be thinking I
had 3 hours a day, and I'd ready to leave my own house. That's okay.
Hitler's a sweet baby. I mean, you got me calling it baby Hitler. Mason is a sweet baby. Leave him alone. Ugh.
Hey, best friend.
Anyway, y'all.
What about you? How was your weekend?
It was cool. I got a chance to rest. I was supposed to do something earlier today, but I just couldn't do it. The weather was gloomy. It looked like it was gonna rain. I don't even know if it rained because I didn't go back outside anymore. So I rested, which was much needed because I've been doing a lot of ripping and running. So I rested. I watched a lot of football. Y'all know what it is. Yeah. Y'all thought y'all had one, but you didn't know. Anyway, so other than that, I just ate and watched football and look forward to the show. Watched some good boxing last night. Was pleasantly surprised about a few things. Turned my nose up at some other things. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. Y'all come on in the room. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. What's up, Southpaw Boxing 77? I see you, Miami Snoopy 305. How you doing? Andre Styles, come on in. What's up, Mahari Nation? What's up, Abil? How you doing? Chef Boyer D, Nakia Anthony 77, and Keisha Sellers. Hey, ladies, how y'all doing? Mecadose, Mecca the South, how are you? D-Man Jr., Soul Power, aka Gamed Up Kennels. Hey, are you new here? I don't know if I've ever seen you. How you doing? Random Thoughts. Hey, how you doing? Come back, Tool Bag, TZ Frank, Boxing and Barbecue, 88 Sports Talk, D21519. How y'all doing? And come on in. Come on in, T9's boxing class. Mo 2013, how are you? I know, didn't I get it? Andre Styles, how you doing? Come on in. What's up, Jay Smith and Mark Hairston and Smoke 'em? What's up, y'all? Come on in the house. Brandon Maurice. What's up, Shawai Allah 77? Y'all come on in. Smoke 'em. Come on in. Come on in. Because y'all know we got some stuff to talk about. Okay. We decided we were going to save the new card for last. So we're going to jump right into this top rank card, okay? And we're going to start with our good spicy brother, Keyshawn Davis, okay? Listen, we be talking shit about Keyshawn, but Keyshawn can fight. Fred, did you see? I know you saw it. Fred, tell me how you thought. Tell me what you thought. Tell me how he looked to you. Tell me how you thought his old durable opponent looked. Give me your thoughts.
Like you said, we talk a lot of shit. Keyshawn, he's good. And he can only get better. He can't get worse than what he is. He's had a lot of amateur pedigree, so that has helped him to get where he is now. But the boy he's good. He got great footwork. He fucking fast. Great combination punches. Like, he was letting the shit rip last night. And I was like, okay. He messed that boy up so bad with them body shots, he couldn't fight back. And it would have been a better fight if he didn't enable him so much. Like, he really just kept him on I think he threw 48 punches. Landed 48 punches. He didn't throw. He landed 48 punches.
Total.
Keyshawn had him at a mercy, which I can respect that. I like it. I want to see, and I know everybody, the stars of the streets, that's not going to happen. Top Rank ain't going to let that happen. I want to see him and Gary Antoine at 135. Gary, he always come at least almost 5 pounds underweight. That would be a good fight for Keyshawn. A great fight for Keyshawn. It could go if and two ways, because to hear everybody say it, Gary didn't look that good in his last fight.
This is true.
Keyshawn looked really good. Like, besides the sass, he is a good fighter. Well, he is sassy, but is a beast.
That's what he said. He did say it like that. He had his eyes up in the sky and he was really reminiscing. Anyway, the Zestinator. He is. Y'all have great names for him. He did really well last night. He looked really good. I liked the opponent for him because we get used to seeing people that have really good potential and we get used to seeing them knock people out. Everybody's not going to get knocked out. And I want to see what you look like when you can't knock somebody out, when you can't stop somebody. Will you get frustrated? Are you going to stop what you're doing? Or are you going to go outside of yourself just to try to get the knockout? I was very impressed with his patience. I was very impressed with his focus. He was trying his best to get that man out of there, but his opponent was a seasoned veteran. The man looked like he was old enough to potentially be his daddy, in my mind. But he nullified anything that the guy was going to try to do. He was too fast for him. He was too quick for him. He kept him guessing. And once he guessed wrong, he made him pay. So he looked really good. I don't want him to get them dreads tied up or like that no more, because I didn't like the way they came up. They undone. Made it look like he was getting knocked out and knocked around. Yeah, because his hair came falling out of place. I didn't like that. Next time, do something different. Tie them things up, put some yarn on them, sew them down, something. I didn't like that. Other than that, that was the only thing negative that I have to say.
mad about his clothing choice
Me
either.
either. Me either. Me
Very
either. We're gonna.
what he did. Yeah.
He looked good. He looked good, and even with his hair initially, if it had stayed, I would have been fine with that too. But I have no problems. I really have nothing negative to say about Keyshawn last night. He looked good. He looked great. And even though he didn't get the knockout, I want us to stop focusing and thinking that every boxer is going to get knocked out by who we think is the new up and comer. It's not going to happen every time. Okay. We saw that again in the case of the fight after that in Xander Zayas. Xander came in, he was knocking folks out left and right, finishing in the first round, second round, third round. Last night, he had to fight. He had to fight the complete duration of the fight. He looked, I want to see from Xander, and I was listening to the commentary, and I have to agree with Mohawk. Andre. I have to agree with Andre Ward. Xander, if he fights better level competition as he steps up, he's going to have to switch it up. His cadence is the same. He can be timed if he doesn't change his stuff up. If he doesn't change it, because he's throwing good stuff, but I'm on my couch going, here it come. So if I know that, and I'm not a boxer at all, his opponent, a better opponent, is going to pick up on that. He needs improvement, but I like Xander because he knows it. He said it in the post fight. He can improve on everything, and he can. He can. How did you feel about Xander yesterday?
I was wondering why they didn't call that first hit he had a knockdown. He knocked that boy into the back. So he almost had a little extra with his win. I wish they would have gave that to him, but I want him to work on his conditioning. There's a lot he can work on, but I want him to work on his conditioning because there was times where he looked like he was getting hit a lot. I didn't want to see him get hit like that because that boy still had a lot in him and he was still giving it to him, but he looked like the better performer. So he got to go back to the drawing board. I'm feeling this whole Heisman top rank thing that they doing. I can't wait to see next year. That shit better be better than this year because now this is the thing. I like it very much.
I like it very much too. They unexpectedly came on, hit the nail on the head with this one. I don't think anybody was expecting it to catch fire like it did, and I'm not gonna lie, I have to credit T.O. with that because he jump started that. You know, he did that with that knockout of the Pilgrim, who was laid flat on his face, convulsing, looked like. He started a thing and then he backed it up when he he didn't lay him out, but he knocked Comey out. So he did. He started that. And they can capitalize on it. He didn't live up to the billing last night, but we'll get there. But yeah, I liked it too. I like the whole concept. It is definitely a thing. I love the collaboration with the Heisman and really good boxing after the Heisman Trophy. Really good concept. So then we have one of your favorites, the real big baby, Jared Anderson. And now I cringe when I see him in his ring walks because these last couple of ring walks, y'all know I'm big on what you have on coming to the ring. And they were very cringeworthy. That last one did it for me. I was very upset about it, almost to the point that I didn't want to watch him no more. I was pissed off about that. I don't know who okayed that. I don't know who told him that was cool to do. Junior, get your Ohio brother, get him do something that shit wasn't it. But last night, I'm a mean one, Mr. Grinch, all tied into the holiday season and whatnot. I was not mad at that. I thought that was nice and decent. I even liked that he had on blue instead of red. Most people last night, if they were doing anything holiday-ish, it was with red. I like the switch up in blue. The Grinch fit him well. Y'all know I ain't big on them skirts for the boxers when they be wearing them skirts and tights under there. I'm not gonna put on some shorts, but whatever. That's his thing. That's his shtick. Whatever. Costume was nice. I enjoyed the Grinch coming to the ring, but friend, I was not prepared for the thunderous punching that was coming, not only from him but from his opponent. Listen, Big Baby was in a fight. I mean, albeit quick and whatnot. It was a fight, girl. Did you see that? I had to sit up on my couch. I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Oh, he got a little chin, which is good, which is excellent.
He got a big chin.
Yeah, because that boy hit him with some shit. I was like, ow, he finna go, but he ain't go. He ain't stumble. He ain't none of that shit. That's a
Them
big boy.
wild eyes got even more wild.
Yeah. He crazy for real. Like beat the hood of your car up. Yeah. Him. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I can't wait to see him in the ring with some competition. He can fight. I like to see it, and he got a shitload of power. He damn near knocked that boy head off last night. I think he got tired of him hitting him. That's what I got. Because I think he hit him with that last punch. And he was like, nah, fuck that. Was it an uppercut? It was something. He hit him with something. And I was like, uh-oh. He got mad.
He got mad. It was a wild hook. It was a wild left hook. And it twisted his head. And when he came back, his eyes was like The Exorcist or some shit. Just like, yeah, he crazy like I thought he was. What's up, Eric Bowden? He says checking in. Salute, ladies, checking in. Thank you, Eric. How you doing? And Andre Styles comes in and he says the Grinch that stole PS5s. LOL. Now see there. Why you had to say that?
Crazy. He is the Grinch. That fit. You right. That did.
It fits
me last year. I was stressed out looking for that fucking PlayStation. Yeah, my heart. I need to go to therapy for the PlayStations. You talk about all the shit I probably need to go for. I need to go for that. He scarred me deep. Okay.
All right. Well, all I know is, I'm very much looking for. He's gonna have to work on that defense, though. I mean, this gentleman here, he was swinging for the fences, wild and crazy with all his might, and he was a big one. So I reckon that hurt a little bit. But Big Baby's gonna have to work on his defense a little bit more. He can't, with somebody who has a little bit more stamina, with somebody who's a better boxer, he's going to probably run into some problems. He might get dropped, but I feel like his chin is strong enough where he's going to be able to get up and shake that thing off and keep coming. But he was treacherous in there last night. He was really, really treacherous in there last night. And kudos to him. He could have probably, at this point, he could have headlined that, because the headliner, Teofimo Lopez and Sandor Martin. I was looking forward to it. I like the build up to the fight. I know Martin was a late replacement. I think what was it, 3 weeks? And I wasn't a fan of Teo doing all the jumping and Sandor not flinching and asking him, did he want to? I loved all of that, because that told me that Sandor was coming to fight. I was reading on Twitter. A lot of people said he was running. I didn't feel like he was running. I felt like he's a boxer. He's not about to stand toe to toe with anybody. That's just not what he does. And I feel like if you are a complete boxer, then you should know how to combat somebody that you feel like is not standing toe to toe. You should know how to cut off the ring. You should know how to engage him. It's not his fault that you can't do that. And it's definitely not his fault that you off balance and your footwork is trash and you get hit and you hit the pavement. That's not his fault. It's not his fault. I feel like Sandor was done a disservice. I thought he won that fight last night. That's just me. I'm not a huge fan of Teofimo Lopez, but I feel like at this point his best days are behind him. I think his apex was when he beat Lomastenko, and I don't think he's ever going to recapture that ever again. Friend, how did you see that fight?
Me personally, I feel like I'm 7-1 because Sandra won that fight. They took that from him last night. I don't care what nobody say. That was a draw, if anything. If anything, it was. But Sandra won that fight last night. Even after the clash of heads, when most people started bleeding, they started giving up. He was like, "Nah, I came to beat this motherfucker," and he did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Then Teo, I knew it. Someone right about him. All that touching and feeling, he has tried to size him up, and it didn't work. It didn't work in his favor at all. And like you said, Teo, he don't have it anymore. And Devin said something today, and I was like, he right. He said, I don't call out fighters that are starting to slip. He was like, I want them while they good. And he's like, that's what makes me different from a lot of these fighters. And like, I agree. Like, either Teo gonna have to get rid of his daddy and get some real help, or he should just stop before he get himself hurt. Cause then he in there, he fighting wild any kind of way. His daddy, you winning. Keep doing what you're doing. Shut the fuck up, cause you lying. Unstack them damn teeth up, cause he can't hear you clearly either. They need help. They need a real team. His daddy can't help him no more. He didn't peak his daddy's training and lesson. Now he in there with the real competition, big dogs. Like I could go in there and tell you, hey friend, she gonna come forward at you and she's gonna throw the hook to the body at least 3 to 4 times around. Eventually, after you keep watching the same thing over and over, you're gonna pick up what this person, nothing about him changes. It's the same shit every fucking fight. How he fought Loma, he wants to fight everybody else the same way too.
Well,
Can't do that.
No.
It's not working. I don't know where the power it all left when his esophagus got crushed.
Maybe that's what it was.
Oh, that's
maybe that's what it was. Maybe everything, you know.
No. You know what happened when you be on drugs and you an athlete? And then you try to still do what you're doing, but you be clean for a little while. Them drugs still be fucking with you from when you was doing that shit. Drinking, whatever the fuck you was doing. Him was not himself.
Well, I would say him not himself, but like this is the second fight. So this is the new T.O. This is him. This is him. This is who he is. And I mean, side note, I wasn't aware that he and Sander, I think hands down, have the worst teeth in boxing. Like, I didn't realize that Sanders' teeth did the same thing that T.O.'s teeth did. I was so not ready for that.
Sander keep his mouth closed. He know not to get up there and be flexing in mouth. T.O. be filet mignon and that bitch open, wide. And he love to talk. And instead of him, I wouldn't be up here like that if I had a bunch of teeth missing or if they were stacked up on top of each other. I wouldn't want to talk to these people because I know they watching my mouth. That bitch teeth is fucked up.
They look like crawfish tentacles. They look
like oatmeal.
I could not believe. I was very offended by that. And I shouldn't be. But the next thought in my mind was, it's no way that y'all flossing in between all them extra teeth. It's food and all kind of shit caught up off in there. That stinks. That stinks. That stinks. And I'm offended because y'all making some decent money. Fix that. Fix that. Okay? Fix that.
Maybe it's not good. Listen, I'm paying for braces right now. Okay? It ain't cheap. And that's a monthly payment every month. Every month is a payment.
Listen, them checks, them boxing checks, them top right, that's enough money to do something with your mouth. I don't care. Like these next 3 months that they not finna do nothing, handle that.
He can't get What's gonna fix something? Fix them teeth in 3 months.
At least get them extra ones pulled. Because there's about 10 extra ones in there that can stand to be pulled.
They gonna have to go pull all them bitches out of his mouth, all of them, and put them screws in there and put him some new teeth. Because ain't gonna fix that in 3 months.
Well, whatever you need to do, because that ain't it. That ain't it. That is not it.
Worry about his teeth as I am his damn corner and the stability of his corner. Like, for real, Tio needs some help. His daddy is crazy. Like, I don't like listening to people. Friend, I'm not going to tell you winning and you losing.
But I think he likes that. He is his daddy's child. He likes his daddy to tell him delusional foolishness, because I don't think his ego and his mind can handle somebody actually telling him the truth. Somebody that he trusts tells him that. I don't know if he can handle it. I really don't. So I want to say, I don't think he's the same anymore.
He is not. And it sucks to say Cambosis really changed that boy. Beating him.
Cambosis
out of all people.
Ain't that something? I don't know if it's real chicken talk, but chicken talk says y'all crazy and country.
It is.
And we are. We
ain't gonna say nothing about chicken talk because the host get up there eating fried chicken in the middle of his sessions. He cook food, wash dishes, all that in the middle of chicken talk. So let's go talk about country. Okay.
Well, thank you, Chicken Talk. We appreciate you coming through, honey. Yeah. So, did you feel like he won the fight, or did you feel like Sander was robbed?
Sander won that fight. Like I said, if Sander didn't win by a point, it was a draw. At best.
And I'm sorry. And what really pissed me off more than anything was the scorecard, that ridiculous scorecard. I think it was like 97 to 92, something crazy, something ridiculous. Y'all stop. Knock it off. Cut it out. It was so pitiful that trifling backflip that he does, he almost didn't make it all the way around.
Goddamn shaky ass fucking land. I mean, that was the shakiest landing I ever seen. He gonna ask, do he still got it? I don't know, bro. Do you?
And why are you in the ring asking that? Just
because his daddy spent majority of the fight lying to his ass. Don't keep doing this, Tio. Stop. Change to something else. Do something else.
But his daddy has no instruction to give him because he doesn't know what he's doing either. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I'm not going to listen to no cocaine tell me what to do. I don't listen to a whole lot of people. I got a whole lot of people. I don't listen to a whole lot of people for certain reasons. Like, nah. I'm not going to listen to, no. You only illicit drugs, and you know what I mean by illicit? I don't mean the regular shit. I mean that shit that you got to do freaky shit to get it to work. I'm talking about that shit. If you do that type of shit, I don't fuck with you like that. I can't listen to nothing that you say. And he be over there, yeah, baby, you got it. You he don't. Help him.
And there's nobody else in the corner that's saying anything else.
Where is the rest of the team? It can't be just you and the daddy, the cut man, he the trainer, he the ice man. Where's the help? You need to hire some help. He can't, because when he get them fucking boxing check, half that check go to his daddy. His daddy probably gets 75% of that fucking check. That's why he can't get his teeth fixed. Why you say that?
Okay. So yeah, well, now this is another question. You so mean, friend. You're so mean. This is another question though. Not a question, a statement. Just, if y'all in the chat have boxer friends and whatnot, let them know that the camera is on them at all times, even when the fight is over with. Stop asking questions out loud. Even if you really have legitimate questions in your head, stop asking them out loud in the locker rooms, still in the ring. I don't want to hear you asking folks, do you think I still got it? And like, you really are sincerely asking that because you questioning whether or not you have it. Do you still have it? If you got to question it, you probably don't. And you probably don't want to hear you don't want the public to hear you question yourself out loud like that. Y'all stop doing that. I was upset with Devin when he asked not Loma, Cambosis, does he hit hard? Who did he ask that? Do I hit hard? Who did he ask? I didn't like that. I don't like that. I didn't like Caleb asking Canelo better than you thought it was. I don't like that. I ain't like nothing about that. Y'all stop doing it. Okay? Stop that. Y'all tell you folks to stop doing that. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I'm eager to see who Teo fights again at 140 if he fights again.
Teo needs to take his ass back down to 135 where he looked like something. Do what you need to do. Make the weight. Because 140, you finna get your ass in a real situation. Because he gonna say the wrong name like, oh, I'm gonna fight Regis.
No, he not.
I say what I say about Regis. But when Rougarou come, expect what you gonna expect. And if Rougarou show up in the ring with that Teofimo gonna get his ass floored in front of all his people. His daddy gonna be like that Vargas boy in the audience crying. It's gonna be just like that. He can't afford to get knocked out in front of his daddy. Getting knocked out in front of his daddy is gonna hurt his daddy more than it's gonna hurt Teo. Because Teo gonna be trying to nurse that man back all his tears once they wake him up. He gonna need to stretch him. He gonna be then fell out in the ring with all them colorful ass outfits he be wearing. Who pick his clothes?
I don't know.
Him and Angel Garcia live together.
I think they are best buds.
They do.
I think they are best buds. Mm-hmm.
Angel be wearing some of that same shit that he be wearing. I be like,
Speaking of wardrobe, I did like the color that Teo had on coming to the ring. Now, that extra flap on the robe, I wasn't a fan of that, but the color choice was very nice. Teo normally does decent with his wardrobe coming out, but his father and Angel and I think Danny might be helping them because Danny has that clothing line and they'll be looking like the Riddler. So I'm thinking Danny is colluding with his daddy and Teo in their choice of wardrobe. That's what I'm thinking. Not sure. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I'm thinking is going on.
Well, I know Sean Porter be wearing Danny suits. So if Sean Porter wear Danny suits, ain't no telling who Danny is collaborating on clothes. Speaking of Sean Porter.
That laugh sounded so menacing.
A funny story. Don't let these people tell y'all if folks don't know who me and my friend are. Because they do. Because we come in here, we tell a little jokey joke. We get on Twitter, we tell a little jokey joke. We funny. And we don't try to be funny. And Sean Porter just happened to follow us on Twitter. Now, we follow, I ain't going to say, we mutually follow the whole Porter podcast. Mm-hmm. Sean, the only one that wasn't following us till 2 days ago. He hit that follow button because of a fucking jokey joke. That boy that was on Bud's card, he was dressed like Sean Porter. And I said, Sean Porter, look what you done started. And he retweeted it. This is real. Yeah, I know. Listen, when I say these folks be wearing people clothes and we don't know who and what's what, they be sharing clothes. That's some shit that Sean threw out maybe about 3 years ago. I know I seen Sean in a vest that color and a shirt that color. Sean Porter, the only person that I know will pull out a mustard button-up button down. It had a top button. Sean Porter, the only one I know that will pull out a mustard color button down.
With a vest.
With a vest, a hat,
and red socks.
A handkerchief. The vest was gray, by the way.
I just want to know where the red socks came in. I guess he felt like he was going to pop it with them red socks. Pow. That's how he got hit last night.
Penny loafers. I hate those shoes so bad. I hate penny loafers. Real bad. My mama thought she was slick one time and bought me some for some school pictures. I ain't been right since.
I like a good penny loafer.
I'll kick the shit out of you. Always just take off running and kick that bitch. I hate those shoes bad.
I like a good penny loafer, friend. Hey, y'all, we ain't said nothing about the like button, but can y'all do us a big favor? It's 183 people in here. Can y'all hit the like button if you haven't already? Please and thank you. So we gonna, since we talking about the guy in the Sean Porter leftovers, we're gonna head segue into the other fight card that was happening yesterday. I know y'all want to know how we felt about the production, about the entire card for the inaugural BLK Prime boxing event. Okay. Friend, you want to go first?
Go ahead, friend.
Well, I'm going to just tell y'all, I was very pleasantly surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised at everything that had to do with the BLK Prime production yesterday. There were a few things that I gave a side eye to, but for the most part, it was a very well put together event. I was shocked. And I don't know if I should be. I don't know why I was thinking it was going to be ill-advised, but it was really a good production. Now, not excellent, but for their first major boxing production, I think it went over well, y'all. I must admit. And I'm very proud of BLK Prime. I'm extremely proud of Blue Blood Boxing. He did a phenomenal job as the what do they call it? The unofficial scorecard keeper. Shout out to Blue. Blue did excellent yesterday, y'all. He was looking spiffy. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see him. You more so heard him than you did see him, but he looked great. He sounded great. I ain't really a fan of Tarver and Paulie or whatnot, but they ex-boxers, they know boxing. Now, the one thing that did make me cringe early in the production, I was trying to figure out since Friday, because I've been seeing him popping up in the pressers, what role was Zab Judah playing in this whole thing? And apparently, they said he's the president of BLK Prime. Who knew? Now, I don't know if they just threw that out there for shits and giggles. I don't know. But they had Zab out there. They had him with the microphone, the bow tie. He's interviewing people. But the first segment of Zab, I want Zab to, this ain't for everybody. Like public speaking is not for everybody. We're on YouTube, so we're a little bit more laid back. And, we can butcher the English language if and so we choose. It's very informative here on YouTube. But I just feel like, and this is just me. I feel like if you're doing a national, international telecast, broadcast, and whatnot, you kind of want to have your subject and verb agree. That's just me. And you might want to not put an extra ed on words like looked. Because when Zab said he looked it real good, I was done. I kind of just zoned out a little bit. Now I know I can be anal about shit like that. Sometimes some people that don't phase them at all. I don't like that though. Don't get your ass on national TV talking about looked it. Don't do that no more, Zab. Okay, don't do that no more. Okay, I don't want you to do that no more. If you're gonna be out there with the microphone in your mouth, in your hand, and putting the microphone and interviewing people, get you some lessons. You know, okay, I don't have no problem with you doing it, but just don't be out there looking like that. Okay, that's my own. That was one of my gripes. That was the first gripe. Other than that,
good.
say it again.
He fighted it real good.
Yeah, he fighted it. He looked it did real good. I said, Zab, no, that ain't it, Zab. Okay, so other than that, y'all, and other than the undercard probably being full jam packed of people who work in Nebraska warehouses and stuff like that, the production, the camera angles, all of that, I could tell that there was some real money put into this whole event. And I'm proud of the people of Omaha, Nebraska for coming out. Now, the attendance was, friend, what did you tell me it was? Like 14,000 folks?
Jake, shout out to you, reported 14 grand.
Okay, 14 grand in a stadium that holds how many?
18.
18. Okay. Good for you. Not great, not exceptional, but a very good showing. On TV, it was dark in there, so you couldn't really see how sold out it was, but it was a nice packed audience. I ain't gonna even trip on that. It was better than what I imagined. I thought Ja Rule and Ashanti were gonna have most of the people, but Omaha came out and they supported their guy. Bud came to the ring. Listen, now I talk a lot of shit about Bud Crawford. I'm gonna get to him later, but I gotta say this because I don't want to forget it. His song of choice coming out was Chef's Kiss. For all of this that's going on, him coming out to My Prerogative was a chef's kiss. I said, okay, he came out to bad when he fought Port. Somebody's being thoughtful over there in his camp. I can't even lie. I liked it. But I'm going to go back to the production, just the production of BLK Prime. I was thoroughly impressed. I hope, as Zab says, they continue to put on cards that are interesting, worth my time. And I was thoroughly surprised and pleasantly impressed with the whole production of it all. Friend, what did you think about the production of it all?
It looks spank. It looks expensive. I was proud. I was expecting Don King cameras. I love that ring. I like a black ring. Love a black ring. I love it. The print on the ring was beautiful. I liked all of it. It was cinematic in there, if that's what you want to call it. I liked it. And if BLK keep this up, all right. You might got a watcher out of me. It don't take much to get me, but that got me. I was very proud. I was surprised because I'm telling you, I was expecting Don King cameras. I just knew I was going to come here and have a field day with the production, but it was expensive. It was a whole lot of bread that came together to put that on. Because let me tell y'all, that shit ain't cheap for them to bring that shit in with them cameras and them views. They gave us all the views that you would get on Showtime. It was BET Plus. I loved it.
Yeah.
They have nothing bad to say. And normally, I'm going to track everything that they involved in. No.
Right. That's why I said, y'all know we tell the truth on Sunday now. We tell the truth. And I was very impressed with the production of it all. I really was. Now, let's go ahead and dive into the actual fights. I know you did want to talk about Mr. No, hold on. Let me get Big Willie. Big Dog Willie. He says KOs everyone in Texas. Super duper pure facts.
I mean, everybody in Texas, include me. Fight come with it. I told y'all about y'all. Y'all can't come here and say y'all. Y'all don't use that word, because when you say y'all, you include all of us, and we like to fight out here.
We do.
And
contrary to what y'all believe,
he'll get jumped. Point blank period. And so, you were saying we wanted to talk about what?
You're one of your favorite fighters, Mr. What's his name? Steven Nelson.
We really can tap that whole card. We got plenty of time to run all that shit together. So then what I'm gonna say about him, I don't like him.
Why, friend? Why?
I don't like nothing about him. And I have to say that shit happened for a reason. That man let him knock him out last night. He looked right at him when he was throwing that punch and did not move. He stayed right there. He said, okay, you know what? And then he got out there talking about who he ready for and what you. No, you're not. You're going to get your ass mudslid. And I want to see it. I don't like his attitude. I don't like to see a man come out and think he better than everybody. You got a place, and it's not right here thinking you better than everybody. Like
not being the first fight on the undercard. No, that ain't it. That ain't it.
Not no grown man. I don't like that shit. Like men that be about that shit, be that fat nigga that was on y'all card. That man was about his shit. You getting up there raising your shirt all up and I'm this and no, you're not. Stop the self-dick sucking. Because once you get your ass in there in the ring with some real competition, we gonna see what that thing be like. And I promise you, it ain't gonna be like it was in Omaha. Fighting somebody that we did not know in a Sean Porter outfit.
Sean Porter old outfit, not the Sean Porter new.
Sean Porter outfit. Matter of fact, he really stole that outfit from Floyd Daddy. That's really where he got it from when he was wearing them dreads. They look like something he would have pulled out. I know you hate them dreads so bad, but it is. It's true. I don't like him. I don't like how he fights. I just don't like nothing about him. I really barely even paid attention to the card. Once I seen that man look at him when he was finna get ready to hit him and he stayed there, I said, you know what? This ain't for me. You just needed a check. Hurry up and get your ass on the ground and get up out of here embarrassing us and shit. Leave.
It was awful. He didn't even know where he was, girl. It was terrible.
I was so confused that he sat there and let him hit it. He said,
it was terrible. It was terrible.
I don't want to see him. I don't care to see him fight. Hopefully he stay on the YouTube part of cards until he able. If he showed me something real impressive, I'm like, oh, then he did something. He not fancy to me.
First of all, how old is he?
Too old.
Okay.
He a grown prospect.
Okay. Sean Clark. Hi, Sean. Sean says salute to the queens, Nik-J and Boxiana, and salute to the chat. Thank you, Sean, for coming through. Yeah. I
don't like no grown prospects anyway.
You know, I'm not. Okay, you're not gonna take me there. Big Dog Willie came back. He says, I love both of my two beautiful sisters. Big Willie, we know you just being here talking shit. We know. We exempt. We know. Yeah, I wasn't. That whole fight just. I felt bad for that man Deacon, whoever he was. He looked like somebody's Deacon that was up there at the press conference, and for him to get laid out like that, and for him to flex like he really did something by laying that older gentleman out like that, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. And like you said, he is a senior prospect, senior. But go off though. Get your coins and go off though. Whatever.
Well, I mean, okay, go ahead, friend. Because
we don't even have to talk about him no more. No. Yeah, he's a senior prospect, and good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you. Now after that, the other cars were kind of like a blur. I do remember the big ninja,
the forklift drivers,
the warehouse workers, the forklift drivers, them. I remember the big heavyweights. And I wanted to see, I think that was 4 or 6 rounds. It was a shorter fight. But yeah, Big Ninja, I couldn't believe he lasted the whole time. He was winded towards the end, but Big Ninja held up. And Big Ninja had enough to keep old boy up off of him too. He ain't win, but he ain't get beat up.
Robbed.
You feel like he got robbed?
He got robbed. That man can eat a whole chicken by himself and get in there and fight as hard as he did. He won. Anybody that can eat a whole chicken and get up there and move around like he did and fight like that, friend, I won't. Okay, I'm going to say this. I know how we got a lot of different people in here, but I just want to tell y'all, if you got titties on your back, under your arm, they need to allow them to fight in muscle shirts. They make women's fighting sports bras to cover their titties. Put them men in a sports bra. They make sports bras in all sizes. If they can't get a sports bra, they need a t-shirt, a wife beater, something to cover that back up. My baby say, "Mama, look." And he swung his arm. I was like, golly. Them is 4 children just hiding out up under that man's arm back. But he was good. I ain't knocking him. He was good at what he did. I was very proud to see it because I ain't never seen somebody that big move like that for that long. Like, he got winded at the end, but that was at the very, very end. Like, he held up. If he had a nutritionalist, don't leave. If he had a nutritionalist and decided to eat half the chicken, he would have been good. And he probably would have beat that boy. That's all he was missing. All he needed was half a chicken and a nutritionalist.
So you just gonna say it 50, 11 more times? Okay.
Till you came back. I was gonna say it till you came back. I want him to do that. Like, I want him to get him somebody that's gonna help him get in shape. He'd be good. He would actually be able to get on some of these undercards and fight real well.
He had a nice shoulder roll and everything.
He had it all.
He was way more decent than I expected. There was another pleasant surprise on the card because I just knew the Fat Ninja was gonna be out of there by round 2 if he made it. Definitely by round 3. I couldn't believe. I said, look at him. Now, that extra meat.
That meat was fucking me up back there, baby. I listen. And you know what? He used to be small. One thing I know about people that used to be skinny and they gain weight, a lot of that shit go to their back. And his shit went right to his back. Like, that back was something else. It wasn't even big and wobbly in the front. Most of the wobble was in the back. He had a reverse body. The jiggle was behind him, not in front of him. He had been working that front part out. It was solid. He was hitting him and it wasn't even moving. Shit. You hit him in that goddamn back like twice and them goddamn backs was like, ooh. I was like, ooh, look at it.
You know what? Y'all.
Ooh.
She can't help herself.
Okay.
Adrian Bronner needs a nutritionalist. AB all belly. Mexican.
Over to Lil Boosie and Chris Cyborg.
Yes, we can.
Okay. AB like 220, 225. He might be 230, but I'm willing to say 225 is a safe number. 225 is a good number. Did you see how big? And Ivan Redcatch ain't no little bitch either. He big. He done swole up too.
They got to be fighting at no less than 170, 175.
That's a heavyweight fight. I know AB got some titties on his back.
AB looked like he AB looked like he a good 4 months. He looked like he a good 4 months pregnant. Like he look. Who told him to wear a fitted shirt? That's what I want to know. Like PSA, fellas. I know the fitted is in right now, the slim cut and all of that. But if you don't have a slim cut body, you better continue to buy regular fit. Okay, wear regular fit. It looks better. Do not have a 3-month-old belly and have your shirt fitted and then have on skinny jeans. Just don't do right. It don't look right. It does not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, just get a regular fucking t-shirt. I'd rather see you in a tall tee than a medium. Don't do that. Okay, stop that. Stop doing that. That just stop it.
He looked like he just full of grease. Grease and beer. And I don't like, you talking about a waste of money. And then I'm going to tell you, I want y'all to stop shitting on PBC. Because I can tell a whole lot of y'all don't know what PBC used to do.
Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit.
Keep on. He keep on. He already 225. And his fight is in when? February? He finna be smoking crack for the next month. That's the only way he'll make 147 pounds. Stop eating ain't even gonna help him in 2 months. Listen, I've been on the diet for the last I'm gonna say 6 months because I was doing that juicing shit with you. It wasn't until 2 weeks ago that I started losing fucking weight. I've been on a diet for 6 months. And only 2 weeks ago is when I was like, bitch, you didn't look. Damn. There was no crack involved. There wasn't no crack involved in that. That was hard fucking work. It's a struggle. It was a fight. That man is still eating fried foods.
Yes.
And a shitload of sugar. He still drink Kool-Aid. Don't ask me how I know. But I'm telling y'all, AB drink Kool-Aid. Sugar Kool-Aid.
Sugar Kool-Aid.
Sugar.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Diabetical. That kind.
There ain't no way.
Yeah.
How much? What's today? Today is December the 11th. Okay. January 11 makes 1 month.
When is the
February 11 makes 2 months. Do you know how dry and dusty and dirty he gonna look if he's trying to get down to 147?
When is the fight?
It's in February. Then he had the nerve to get up there and say, I left PBC because the money wasn't right. You wasn't complaining about that Mediana money. What about the Sean Porter money? Was you complaining about that?
He wasn't.
Money.
He wasn't complaining about no money. No money. Cause he made up the name about billions while he was over there. Nah, he wasn't complaining about no money. You complaining now because they threw your crazy ass and they gave you one last opportunity. They gave you one last shot.
He was too fucking fat. He could not make the weight. He has gained weight since that Figueroa fight, friend. That's at least 20 more extra pounds. He didn't even that belly wasn't that fucking big. He needs to go get his thyroid checked.
You go. I cannot. Oh Lord. Hey, Akando, how you doing? He says, my queens, how bad my pajamas doing? We fine. We doing great. Thank you for joining us. Come on through. Friend, why you talk about that man thyroid like that? Why you do that?
Why he walking around like that? Talking about he fight at 147 pounds and he looked like he got water weight. I bet his ankles is swollen as hell carrying all that damn infant around. That is a big old baby.
it really does look like he's a cool 3-4 months. Like for real. Like the belly is it's a pooch. He got a pooch.
Now
He got a poo pie.
I got a pooch. I got a pooch. That's a goddamn belly. That's a stomach.
It's a stomach. He got a stomach.
That's why I said that's a drink. He drinks. That's a drinking belly. You ever seen an old mechanic that drink beer? His stomach look just like that, and you can't get rid of that shit.
It's like 2 months.
No, not 2 months.
Not in no 2 months. Yeah, AB honey, listen. Good luck. Good luck with that. Good luck with it. And I don't know if y'all noticed, but I'm gonna say that he's sober because AB is not as entertaining when he's sober. He didn't have very many moments, when he's having a funky good time, cackling and laughing and telling jokes and whatnot, saying all kind of crazy, wicked shit. 9 times out of 10, he's under the influence of something.
That nigga think he me. That's what he think. You can't. Something funny is just not some shit. You ain't gotta drink to be funny. I'm having water. This is water. I just opened the bottle. It's easy to be funny if you just funny. Right. But when people been so used to you clowning on the liquor and shit, they think you're a funny person. Like you're not really a funny person when you're drunk. You showing your inside emotions real tough, and you making a joke out of your situation. We laugh because some of the stuff you do is funny, but sometimes we don't laugh. This shit right here not funny. No, because the motherfucker got too much talent to be doing the shit that he doing, and that's how you know when somebody. That's how we say we could tell the difference between somebody that ain't never had shit and somebody that grew up with a little bit of money. You could tell he ain't never had shit because he got money and he started doing wild ass shit.
Yeah, well,
he might as well just should have tattooed his face and shit because that's what it's giving.
I want him to stay sober. I really want him to stay sober. I want him to stay sober, but I want him to get focused because that Figueroa fight was, when was that? Like a couple of months ago. He for whatever reason, he said mental issues. He pulled out of that fight. Now, in my mind, you should still be working. You should be working. You should be trying to get yourself together, especially knowing that you've come out and said you signed with BLK Prime and all of this stuff. My eyes don't see that you in the gym. I know they put out a couple of clips of him in there swinging in the ring, but yeah, I need some cardio. I need something. Show me you running. Show me something else, because
as far as he can run is the refrigerator. He don't even walk the dogs. He got somebody to do that for him. The farthest is he running is the refrigerator. And that's probably not even to get no food. It's to get a beer. He wake up with beer. And that's not, I put this stomach on. That stomach has been growing for at least the last 2 years. And the liquor has only gotten heavy because it's gotten bigger.
It hasn't gotten smaller. It hasn't gotten smaller.
And it's not to. As long as he continues to wake up with damn beer in his drawer next to his bed.
Surely. Okay, so we gonna okay.
That man is drinking
something. And it ain't water. It ain't water.
It ain't milk either.
Well, we wish AB well. Okay. I really hope that he gets himself together to put on a decent show. I hope he gets himself together enough to make it to the ring, actually, because it's been a while since we've seen him, and there have been fights lined up for him, but some kind of way He doesn't make it to the ring. So hopefully he can make it to the ring and continue the decent showing for BLK, because again, I was very pleasantly surprised with yesterday's production. Now we are going to go ahead and jump on into Chris Cyborg and what was the Gabby, the Gabinator. Gabby, aka Bootsy. Friend, Gabby didn't have no business being in that damn ring. Friend. Now, I'm not no boxer, but I'm not finna fight nobody with my head like that. I'm just not finna do that. Every time she tried to engage, anytime she thought she wanted to punch, she put her head down and just start, in your words, windmilling for her life. That was awful. And quiet as it's kept, Chris Cyborg old ass need to stop. Just stop, Chris. Stop. Friend, what did you think about that? I was so embarrassed and shamed.
Lil Boosie used to have some hair. Lil Boosie used to have some hair. And not only did she used to have some hair, she used to bitches pulling that hair when she was fighting. Because the first thing she did was put that fucking head down and start swinging. No, man, we ain't in the hood. We not in the hood. We ain't in the street. We ain't at the gas station. Look at this bitch that's in front of you. Look at her. Hitting that girl in her chest all over. She wasn't hitting nowhere that was relevant. I was like, then I seen somebody say, the girls was in there fighting last night. Was they? Was they? Cause I ain't never in my career, look, in my career in boxing, see anybody start fighting and the first thing they do is this. She used to hair and she used to bitches grabbing that shit. That's the only, I fight. So when she did that shit, I said off the lip, I said, OMG. They was wearing her ass out in the street.
They had to have been.
They grabbed her by their hair and that was a wrap. Only thing she think of is, I got a windmill. Fight for my life. If not, I'm gonna die out here. And that's what she did. She windmilled till she couldn't no more.
That was
Chris is old.
Chris is old. Chris needs to stop. Chris needs to stop before something happened to her. Chris needs to stop. Baby, you 37 years old and this is your first official boxing match. Stop it. Okay? Stop, Chris. It's over with, baby. It's really difficult. And I ain't even being funny. It is really difficult for these athletes to let it go. It really is. Speaking of, why the fuck is Manny Pacquiao doing exhibitions now? What are we doing here? What are we doing? Okay, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Y'all let it go. Okay, let it. It's okay. We gonna still love y'all the same. It's just it's just past your time now, though. Let it go, honey. Let it go.
They can't go. It's like a Marine, friend. Like, I learned a lot of shit being in the military, and like, Marines are different. They have to see they shit through to like the end, and there's no end game for them.
I was just gonna say, what is the end?
There is no end. Death or dishonor. That's the only choice that you, and like, that's what I say about Jamel. But Jamel got a wife that don't play shit. If he didn't do that, he'd be back.
I hope not.
He would. If he did not have a wife, he missed that shit. They can't get enough of the thrill that boxing is an adrenaline rush.
I guess so.
I'm not gonna get excited when I gotta whoop a bitch. I'm not fixing to be excited about it in no way, form, or fashion, because I already know when I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna be so.
Exactly. Like,
I ain't been in a fight yet where I didn't feel like I was like, okay, I feel good the next morning. Let me get up and go run 2 miles. No, the fuck. Nah.
I really wish they would implement that in the professional sports. Like, implement the exit strategy so that, they won't stay too long and because it's a bad look. It's a really bad look. I know it's difficult because that's all they've been doing their entire lives for the most part. So it's hard to walk away. I'm not even trying to be funny, but at some point, somebody got to love you enough to say, "Hey, enough is enough. I don't want you to get hurt in there because that's what you're teetering on getting hurt up in there. That's what you're teetering on." Or it's just embarrassing to see you still out there. You fighting the Gabinator who fighting like she the girl that get beat up in the hood. Like it was awful. It was awful to watch. I hated looking at that. It was terrible. And so that was the lead up to the main event. So the main event, the fight that everybody came for, those of us who came. David Avanesian against Terrence Bud Crawford. And like I said before, I love Bud's ring walk. He walked to the ring with his kids. He walked to the ring with My Prerogative playing in the background. I thought that was magnificent choice, especially for all the shit that he's taken to have this fight, walking away from the PBC fight and Errol Spence. And, he loves to tell people he's a boss. He does it his way. He doesn't have to check with nobody to do nothing. He run his own ship. So it was his prerogative, God damn it, to fight in Omaha and fight on BLK. So I thought that was a great choice for him. He looked good. Came out in red, and he looked better than he did at the weigh-in. He filled out nicely. Came with the red, came with the shingles. Always does a great job with his wardrobe. Always love that. And David Avanesian came out looking like it's Christmas time in the city, which was fine with me. It's holiday season. Great, wonderful. They had a female. I forget her name, but they did have a female ref for the main card. Kudos to BLK for that. I see y'all. I acknowledge that. And Bud did what I thought he was gonna do. I think I called it in 6. I said he better knock him out in either 6 or earlier. That was my prediction. But now on the way to knocking him out, we had a kerfuffle with the gloves. And I have to call bullshit on the ref and the rest of the boxing commission that was there, who allowed the fight to continue with gloves, not one, but 2 gloves busted up with stuffing showing. I thought that was some bullshit. And I also thought it was some bullshit that he conveniently knocked him out when the gloves busted. Same round. Like maybe it's the next round after that. He went on ahead and finished the deal. So it was a tune-up fight, like I've been saying since he announced it. Great job on the tune-up fight. But that's what it was for me. He didn't do anything spectacular that I was, not expecting. I wasn't expecting the world of David Avanesian, Yeah. I was more impressed with the production. How'd you feel about Bud?
I got a habit of pissing people off. And I feel like I'm finna do it right now.
Uh-oh.
Y'all know y'all love talking about glove gate. And the gloves and the gate. Don't leave. No, come back, friend. Come back. Come back. Come back.
I'm coming back. Give me a second.
Y'all love the gloves and the glove conversation. That's a real glove gate. That fight should have been ended immediately, or changed gloves or something. I don't know too much about no gloves, but I know they ain't supposed to do that. And I know some fucked up with gloves, touched up gloves when I see some touched up gloves. Yeah, phenomenal Mexican. The gloves were gazing.
Big time.
Big time. So y'all want to compare some fucked up gloves? There was some right in your face live action in living color, in motion. But moving right along. But did what he was supposed to do. He knocked out the trash compactor worker from Kohl's. And he knocked him out early, which he should have done. But it's not about the fight for me. That's doing it for me. Let me tell y'all what's doing it. It's the motherfucking fans for me. You fucking Budrick delusionals are crazy than a bitch. All all day have they been bragging about how Bud is some knockout artist. He's so nice. That knockout was nice, was it?
Was
But what
it?
you talk about is them tampered ass gloves. Now I've been watching boxing a long ass fucking time. I ain't never seen no gloves explode like that. And I done watched Bud fight his last 6 fights. And in them last 6 fights, he ain't never hit nobody that hard. Now I know y'all think I'm a Bud hater. Either two things happen. Them gloves was tampered with, or your boy on that shit and he is hitting real hard now. Y'all don't want me to make that assumption though. So I'm just gonna assume that the gloves was made out of synthetic weave.
Say it
Okay?
again. What was they made out of?
Synthetic weave. Very cheap, very flammable. I know, I know fuck with gloves when I see them. Them gloves didn't get checked by no motherfucking body. Them the gloves that he been sparring with in the last 3 fucking months. And he said, tonight is the night I'm gonna wear these bitches. And not one Bud fan didn't say shit about these fucked up gloves. But I've been hearing about this fucking knockout all goddamn day. It was nice. So either one or two things. Either the gloves got tampered with, or y'all boy on that shit. And I hate to have to start saying, well, was Vada available for this fight?
I don't know.
Love doing that shit for Errol. Is Vada involved? Well, is it?
Are they?
Errol ain't busting through no motherfucking gloves.
And he wear the same brand that I think EJ wears Everlast as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was that Everlast or Neverlast on them gloves last night?
It was never last. It does not matter. All of y'all in there, there's 255 people in here. And out of these 255 people, have y'all ever seen a glove be bust in a brand new glove be bust in a fight ever?
I have a question.
Go ahead, friend.
How many pairs of gloves are available? Don't they have a backup pair? Don't they
They
have a backup pair of gloves? Don't they?
do.
Aren't they supposed to have a backup pair of gloves that are also approved? Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out why after round 5, when they saw that the fingers was coming out the glove, why would they allow the fight to continue?
Was Vada involved?
I don't know.
Cause I ain't never seen no gloves get bust like that. And they wouldn't just bust a little bit, people.
The stuffing was coming out.
Any other fight, I seen how y'all was cutting up over some gloves. Ain't nobody said shit about them fucking gloves that Bud had on last night. And even so, why did the backup pair not come out? They stopped the fight to look at the gloves. They
They
saw
stopped the fight to look at them.
out them bitches.
And I'm just asking, why would David Evanesian's corner allow such a thing? Was he in on the fuckery? I mean,
Well, that one boy sat there and watched that fucking Nelson dude knock him out. He said, let me stay here, let him hit me. I'm gonna ask the real question. Cause it's only one or two things. I don't give a shit about none of the rest of the fix, not none of that shit. Either y'all fuck with them gloves or your boy on the shit. Pick which one you want from me. Yeah, it ain't gonna be no in-betweens. And I'm gonna stand on what I say because I need to know, was there some testing involved? I ain't never seen this shit happen. And the one glove gate that just y'all love to speak about, this is two totally different situations. Yeah, Tyson Fury didn't have no shit in his, but the stuffing was coming out of Bud shit.
busting through on
Y'all
both of them.
gloves so tough. Y'all had to find what the fuck was wrong with them gloves. Y'all seen last night what happened to them gloves. Somebody need to explain that shit to me. What the fuck?
I need to know. I'm just asking. Jason says I can count on Boxiana not to sugarcoat a thing, and she won't, and she will not. And Phenomenal Mexican says it's like when the ultra thin Trojan busts. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Ronnie Bravo.
No nothing about that.
Vince. Everlast and notorious for tearing though, especially in the gym. Cool. Fine. But I need somebody to show me in a professional bout. Y'all got plenty of time. We'll be back next Friday. Y'all got plenty of time to look. In a professional bout, how many gloves do you know have bust like that and they didn't either stop the fight or change the gloves? Because some people don't want to get out of the gloves that they're already originally in. Fuck it. Let's just end the fight. Let's go to the cards and see who win it.
Yeah, but they didn't even exactly go to the cards, stop the fight. But his corner, Evanesian's corner, had no say so in anything. I don't think they opposed it at all. But I'm starting to wonder, even if they did, would they have been taken seriously at all? Like, shut up and take your money and go home when we're done. Is the feeling that I was getting. That's what I was getting.
Championship Boxing Channel. Davis been KO'd before and Bud been knocking folks out. Fine. Here's my question to you. In the time that Bud has been knocking the opponents out that somebody else had already knocked out, has his gloves ever bust like that? Don't worry. I'm going to wait for your answer. I know your answer is going to be a no. You might come up with something that it happened and I'm going to go back and see right now. I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go back and see right now to see what you're saying, if it's actual factual.
Right.
The last fights that Budrick has his gloves ever fucking bust like that? It's a yes or no. I'm going to pull a BFTV. It's a yes or no.
Yes or no. It's a yes or no. Come back. Come back. We waiting on you. We waiting on you. And while we waiting, Phenomenal Mexican says Wilder wears Everlast when his gloves. When did his gloves bust? Not never. And we know his hands. He hitting harder than probably any and everybody. Okay, like I said, EJ wear Everlast. I've never seen, and as much body work and punishment that he has on his opponents, I ain't never seen his gloves do no shit like that. I'm telling you. The Everlast looked like Neverlast to me yesterday. That's what it looked like to me.
So front desk, the woman ref, she was strict and she wasn't letting no funny shit go. But she let that motherfucking fight continue, and the boy had on busted gloves. For one, that's what do they call that?
Wait a minute.
Setting you up for injury, for one.
Right. That's what, you know what? The first thing I thought when I first saw him, when I first noticed it, I was thinking, because it was in the thumb area. I was thinking that's so fucked up, because if he hit that man in his eye and that scratched his fucking retina, he's gonna be done. That was my first thought. Not even he can bust him open, because they did on the telecast briefly say that he could cut him wide open. And then they didn't say nothing else about them gloves. They must have got the memo. I don't know. But they didn't say anything else about that. I was concerned more for him getting hit and scratched in his eyeball, in his eye with those gloves. But your guy, Championship Boxing, he came back. He said, it's not a good look, Boxiana, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he would have still stopped him that night. Maybe so. But it wouldn't. You can't do that, honey.
Gallons of game. Yeah. It wasn't but a couple of months ago, Bud was in the snacks facility with all the snack shit on. We know who Bud worked with. He been working with Snack. That's not nothing new. So one or two things is about to start happening. Me personally, I like to talk. And when I get on Twitter, sometimes my fingers just start typing shit and hit send before I even realized that I done typed the shit, I got one or two things. Either somebody fuck with them gloves or y'all boy on the shit. There ain't no in between for me. There ain't no oops, well, this happened. Somebody gonna have to answer for them fucking gloves, because if that would have been anybody else, y'all, let me tell y'all talked about them fucking Fury gloves for 2 years straight. Y'all had videos, y'all had PowerPoints,
slow motions,
diagrams. Y'all had dissected the motherfucking gloves. Somebody had a fucking copy of the gloves made so they can show this is how they supposed to feel.
Did a whole reenactment. Yeah.
So y'all, nobody gonna talk. Nobody.
7A says, I talked about it in my post-fight video. It was strange that the glove burst open, but even more strange that David's team didn't complain. That's what I said. Why come?
There was $10 million involved. And it got split between two people. One guy 5 and the other guy fucking 5. Because ain't no way I'm finna put my fucking fighting career in jeopardy over a bullshit ass cut or scratch. What if that cotton would have got in his goddamn eye during that fight, and a little piece of, you know how a little piece of shit get up in your eye and cut the back of your eye up? What if that shit happened? I didn't got a paper cut on my face before off some weird shit. That glove, what if that glove would have cut him?
That's all I'm saying. Sean Clark said something was up with the hand wraps to make both gloves busted. I think Bud wanted to whoop dude like EJ whooped Ugas. I'm just saying. I don't know. He might have been wanting to prove some kind of point. I don't know. However, it was not a good look. Okay? It was not a good look. I still cannot for the life of me understand how they allowed the fight to continue. It went a whole nother round. Why? I mean, for the safety of the athletes. Isn't that the most important thing? He could have broken his finger punching with gloves that stuffing was falling out of. I don't know. Something about that didn't sit right in my spirit. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, either y'all fuck with the gloves or your boy on the shit. Where was I'm gonna be those people that be doing that shit to Errol. Where was the body testing for this fight? Nobody's concerned of the maybe some snack usages in here. He been eating some extra snacks with Bomac.
Did you say eating extra snacks with Bomac?
Snacks with Bomac. Snack with Bo. Bo snacks. Mac snacks. Who knows? The list of names is unlimited in my head that I could come up with on a short dime. Like, I like Mac snacks. That fit perfectly. Maybe he was having Mac snacks. Bo snacks. I don't know. They was eating some shit. One or two things. You fuck with the gloves or you been eating Bo snacks. One of the two.
Well, listen, look. Somebody gonna have to tell me something. And somebody, one of these majors, because we just a little old lowly YouTube channel that's discussing this. But I'm gonna need one of these majors to act like they saw the same thing that we saw last night. Because we all saw it.
They so caught up in Bud knocking somebody else out. You know what's crazy to me? All y'all fucking boxing fans, y'all don't know shit. Because the only thing y'all want to see is somebody get knocked out. Errol could beat the fuck out of Ugas till he couldn't take it no more. The only person that Errol didn't beat the fuck out of was Sean Porter. I ain't never seen Danny Garcia look the way he looked, except for when Danny fought that Mexican boy and he beat the beat on him. Danny only looked that fucked up that one time. Other than that, I've never seen Danny look how he looked when Errol was done with him.
He was so disgusted and downtrodden and just disappointed and defeated. He was completely defeated. On the mic with Terrence Bailey says, where were the spare pair? Why weren't they brought out from the locker room? EJ fight should have been paused. Would have been paused, is I think what you're trying to say. And I agree. Where were the spare pair of gloves? That's what I want to know.
There was no spare.
They didn't even reach for them.
They had one pair of gloves in that bitch. Just one. It's very irresponsible. And I want to see, and I know they're not going to say anything because they too far. They got a mama named Bud, daddy named Bud, siblings, they call them Bud. I seen somebody the other day, they had Bud in their profile name. I was like, you know what? I know this is going to go the wrong way because you got your dog is named Bud. Newborn baby named Bud. They don't even know if it's a boy or girl. They didn't call that baby Bud already. I want his fans to be for real. We gonna stop sugarcoating shit because I don't sugarcoat shit. If I'm gonna tell you something, I'm gonna tell you like it is. We gotta stop putting this shit up high. Y'all gonna get somebody hurt. And this ain't just for Bud. This is for all of them fighters that y'all put up on the damn pedestal that's fighting competition that ain't so great. Y'all gonna put them in a ring with a fucking killer. And I'm telling you, y'all think what Errol did to Ugas was bad? If and when Errol get to Bud, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna happen. He's gonna whoop his ass for not only for Bud fans, he gonna whoop his ass for Bud embarrassing him, for Bud stopping his fucking money for a couple of months. It's a whole fucking plethora of shit that Errol is gonna whoop Bud ass for. We got to stop acting like the competition that Bud is fighting is elite.
It's top tier.
The person that he fought last night, Kavabaskovich beat him.
Up.
Bad.
Lamont Peterson knocked him out.
Cold. We got to stop. We got to stop this. Because what's going to happen is y'all going to keep talking him up. Y'all going to be scraping that boy off the ground in the damn ring. Y'all going to be in that bitch like that Vargas boy, howling and hollering. And I know y'all want that real bad for us Spence fans, but this is what I'm going to tell you. If Bud beat Errol, he just the better man. He the better fighter.
He the better fighter.
He going to get all his fucking credit. But if it just so happened that the cards lay out and he don't knock Bud out, because he not going to knock Bud out. He didn't have no plan to knock Ugas out. He battered that boy, gave us something to watch. I don't mind no battering. Y'all want to see knockouts? I want to see you punished. Every time you try something different, he cannot deal with that type of pressure. Errol has a triple jab. Y'all. A triple jab. Y'all it's too much to unfold, too much to unpack. And Budrick is not fighting the same type of competition. Bud is fighting tune-ups. Sean Porter was the only fight that he had that was not a tune-up.
And he was losing that fight, in my opinion, before Kenny Porter came up on the scene. That's just me. That's just me.
Rounds of that fight, and Bud fans hate that. No, he wasn't winning shit. Then why the fuck when Bud got his ass to that corner, Bo Mac told his ass, you going to do something.
You going to have to do something. So much so that he needed to ask who was winning. Normally, when you winning, you ain't got to ask nobody. He knew the fight was close. He knew it. And then they told him he wasn't winning. Kudos to him for going out there, stopping the man with the help of his daddy. But that's neither here or there. I don't think they fighting. I don't think Bud want no parts of EJ. Maybe after yesterday. Maybe.
He still. Did you hear that? What they asked him?
The only reason why I say that is not because of Bud, but because of what happened with EJ yesterday. And I hope he's fine. From all accounts, he's fine. And I hope he's fine and moving forward. But that would probably be the only thing that would make him say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go and fight him because he just had another car. I don't trust Budrick to really want this fight the way he says. And to your point, what did he say in the ring afterwards, friend? What did he say? What did he say when they asked him? What did he say?
I feel like, let me read it exactly. Because I would feel better if I read it exactly because it sounds worse once it's read back.
Let me read Bo Deasy. Bo Deasy, the late bloomer, he says BLK wanted to draw more attention to their platform with a KO, so stopping the fight to change gloves was out. They all were in on them jank ass gloves. I put jank ass in there. And they lay down, wink, wink, KO. Yeah, I agree. That makes perfectly good sense to me. Yeah, I agree. I would be surprised. What did he say after the fight?
Terrence Crawford asked if he'll fight Errol Spence next. He said, listen, I'm a free agent. This was a one-fight deal. Hopefully we can go back to the drawing board and these big fights come about in the near future.
And our friend Tiana Scott, how you doing, Tiana? Tiana says, y'all think Bud should have mentioned fighting EJ after the fight last night? Absolutely.
He should have got his ass in there, took the fucking mic, took that fucking head out, rolled that bitch around his goddamn head, said, Errol Spence, bitch, you next. Because after the Ugis fight, when they asked, who do you want next? Errol said, I want Terrence Crawford.
Errol is blank and period.
He didn't release another fucking shirt on this dude. A scared shirt. Budrick is hiding in the room on this new shirt. This is it. I'm embarrassed. And then his fans be like, Bud, the pound for pound #1 king. Then come out the room. Not come in the room. Come out the room.
He won't.
Show your fans you that dude.
He won't.
I gotta see it. I'm gonna give you no credit if you beat our guy, but you gonna have to beat his ass. You can't come in there and leave no room for guessing.
And that's why we ain't gonna never see the fight. Because I don't think he can win.
He know he can't win. He talked all that shit that he talked because he knew then that fight wasn't gonna be able to happen. He was all out in the ocean, mustied in the motherfucker, looking in the water. Where's the big fish? Killing the fish out there because I don't understand what you're doing. Get your ass back on land and sign this fucking paperwork that you agreed to. The fuck is you doing all in the fucking well, I'm looking for the big fish. You and Bo Mac out there fishing so he'll have a meal later. Get your ass in the house. Don't piss me off today. Sign that fucking contract, the shit that you told these people that you agreed to. I agreed to all their terms. And why the fuck you ain't signed the contract?
That's the part that nobody ever follows up and asks.
They ain't got a fucking answer. Why do Errol need to come to a motherfucking fight to somebody that don't want to fight him? He don't have to show up to no more Budrick's fights.
I was just gonna say he was at Budrick's fight when he fought Sean Crawford. Sean Porter. He was at that fight.
Yeah, bitch, your dog named Bud too, ain't it? You know what? I tell you what. Until Bud fights somebody that's not a C-level fighter, I don't want Bud fans to speak about Bud.
Well,
Bud fighting mandatories, y'all. Oh, Bud fight his mandatories. They fucking suck too. He knocking them out. I would be so ashamed to get up and brag about Errol, and that's the fucking shit that he fight. I wouldn't even talk about my fighter no more until he showed me something.
At this point, he really has lost a lot of his supporters, though. No tea, no shade. A lot of his supporters are really like backing up off of him until he does something different. Because at this point, it is embarrassing. It is very embarrassing. In real time, Deal Set 92 says, Tank said if Bud thought he could win, he would have took the fight by now. I agree. And I feel the same way with Tank. If he thought he could beat Devin, he'd have made that fight too. That's just me. Sorry. I know you ain't asked for that, but I had to give you that. But whatever. I agree with that statement. I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. I don't think the fight is ever happening. I really don't. I don't think the fight is ever happening. And good job to BLK for a really good production. But the two things that stood out that I turned my nose up at were them gloves, and how they handled that situation, and Zab Judah saying looked it on camera on national television. Those two things were the two things that stood out for me. Other than that, really good production. I hope they thrive. I have no problem with another telecast putting their hat in the mix with boxing. I don't have no problem with that, especially if they stick to boxing. Get some better cards, get some better competition on the cards. But as far as BLK Prime goes, kudos to them. Big ups to Blue. Great job yesterday. Telecast looked really nice.
They went to fucking Kohl's, walked through the goddamn warehouse, and was like, we need 5 people to volunteer. We got a huge project coming to Nebraska. We need y'all on it. I just need 5 people. And 5 people went up to the office. They was like, me. I need to get away from my shit, and I could use the extra money. What would I be doing? Oh, nothing. Fighting another nobody. Can you fight? Hell yeah. I've been knocking bitches out since I was in the 3rd grade. Let's get this check. They got their ass up. They had their little presser. Everybody was hungry. There was no food there. And Bud was like, okay, I saved myself some money. So now this ain't got to take out of my money. You could pay them $300 a piece. Chris Cyborg is the next highest paid person on that card. She made probably a couple of $100,000.
It's always a couple. Larry Lopez, Yaya, double loser. Once Bud beats Spence ass, let's keep the same energy. We will. Larry, I don't know if you were here earlier,
sir. And
but Larry, go ahead, friend.
When he do, you make sure you come back here. We're going to have a surprise. But if Errol beat Bud, you definitely bring your ass up in here, because I got a whole fucking list of people that I'm going to specifically say something to the whole fucking show. The whole entire show, I'm going to specifically speak to you. Because I'm going to call you all kind of fucking names. I'm going to tell you that your mama is named Bud. All kind of weird ass shit. Because y'all come in here and y'all talk this man up who knocked out the trash compactor operator from Kohl's.
That's Kim Kardashian and them cousin. And y'all up here, you saw Rob was at the damn fight. Now let me say this. They had really good folks in the audience. They brought out, Shakur was in the audience. They had Regis in the audience. It was a nice event.
And you know what? Y'all, that's all Bud fans got. I tell you what, take the word guarantee out your fucking vocabulary, because they were both getting the amount of money where they didn't need no guarantee. They didn't have to have a guarantee. Their money was made. This is the biggest fight in boxing. It would take less than 2 weeks to sell that card out completely.
If that. And stop thinking that every contract or every model follows the exact same blueprint. Just because there was a guarantee in this fight don't necessarily mean there's a guarantee in this fight. People do contracts in several different ways. My question to you, whoever you are that's questioning anything, if you agree to everything, why are we not having the fight? That's my question. If you love to say you agree to all the terms, well, if you agree to all the terms, why did we not have the fight?
Two things. No. Y'all leave them in here. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Don't delete nobody out of here.
No.
Let the fuckers stay. I want them to make the replay. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I have no feelings.
Yeah, as long as they're not disrespectful, they can have their own opinion. We don't mind it. Yeah, we don't mind it.
None of that. I have no feelings. I don't care about shit the way that y'all care. Because when I hit this leave button, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna take me some NyQuil. I'm gonna get into bed. But what I will tell you is, okay, y'all, Mr. Larry Lopez, we should take Errol's keys and enroll him into an AA class. Cool.
See.
This is why we say the shit that we say. When I say that we from Texas. So Texas
Larry
kind of differently. We beat people up seriously behind certain shit after you hear it for so long. I got bullied until I started fighting people. Okay? And the same bitch was bullying me for 3 years. I let her bully me for 3 fucking years. And in those 3 years, she said the same shit. When I did beat her up, I beat her up pretty badly. Then my mama beat up her mama because she thought she was going to come and say some shit to my mama. So when I say this to say this. Yes, my friend is a fucking hypocrite. But you know what? She going to stand behind the shit that she fucking say. Y'all typing, we talking, and y'all still in here fucking listening, which is crazy. We the one that y'all saying we win our feelings, but y'all can't even talk boxing. We're trying to insult people.
Wait, I just want to know how I end up being a hypocrite.
This is
Never agree what I say, honey.
Nah, that's what happened when you deal with weak people.
What?
Are weak. They get mad when you start criticizing all that shit. Bud fighting weak ass competition, making weak ass money, and he thought he was gonna go to PBC and be like, "Oh well, I deserve more money because I'm the pound for pound person." Nah, you gonna get C-level money like that fucking competition you fighting.
Never green. Let me just, you know what? We are funny. You know, we do have a touch of comedy in our show, but never green. I gave Bud plenty of compliments today, and I actually like Bud Crawford. I just happen to know that he can't fuck with Errol Spence. Now, that is my opinion. And we won't know unless they actually fight. But from where I sit, it looks like we're never going to get that fight. And it's not because of Errol Spence. It's because of Bud Crawford.
Who told y'all Bud got $10 million besides Bud? Who told y'all that Bud got $10 million besides Bud? Can somebody show me, tag me? Y'all got Instagram. Send me that number on paper. Because I can tell you that I'm getting paid 6 figures to sit up here and talk on this fucking show.
I could tell you that.
I could tell you that.
I could tell you that.
You don't know what the fuck I'm making.
You have no idea.
I'm making 6 figures doing this shit right here. But 10 million, friend. This show is worth $10 million. This show worth $10 million. And we got $10 million from BLK Prime to do this right here. Right here. And y'all believe me? Do y'all believe that I'm saying for $10 million, BLK brought this fucking show?
Right. For 10.
We're doing this for $10 million because I said so. Bud told y'all $10 million and y'all can't let that number go. If y'all think Bud made $10 million to fight in front of 1,400 people and 2,000 of them, 3,000 of them tickets they gave away.
David Avanesian.
Okay.
I don't know. The math don't be mathing to me, but I'm not a mathematician either. So, you know, I ain't counting nobody's pockets. I'm not counting anybody's pockets. I just feel like Bud fans are delusional and y'all keep being that way. And we'll see, like Errol Spence Jr. said at the end of his Ugas fight, if the fight don't happen, we'll see who the holdup is gonna be.
Y'all are gay.
I see who the holdup is.
What the fuck do this man got having a bulletproof truck got to do with anything? Apparently, it kept him from a 14-year-old fucking thief from killing his ass last night.
And he's not the only celebrity that has a bulletproof truck. Like,
y'all, you know what? Y'all really
they want to hate him so bad. They
got
do.
to.
They do.
Why Errol got a bulletproof truck? Oh my God, he got a bulletproof truck.
They do.
He's not living right. Somebody call Jesus, please, Jesus. Help him. He got a bulletproof truck. Oh my God.
Listen, keep supporting the fights that your guy fights. Because in my mind, he's going to have to really prove me wrong and show me something and get in the ring with Errol Spence Jr. Other than that, you know, that was a good little old fight. I mean, I don't know what y'all want from folks with him knocking out David Evanesian. Like, am I supposed to turn a flip? Like, what do y'all want? I don't understand.
The Sporting News said he got $5 million up front and 5 more after the fight. Who are they? Can somebody tell me who the Sporting News is? Because what it seems like to me is y'all getting y'all information from BET Plus. And so unless you can give me some valid ass information, don't tell me shit else about Bud and $10 million. I don't hear it. I don't believe you. I don't believe Bud. I don't believe his fat ass trainer. I don't believe Coach Red. I don't believe none of them. I don't believe Keyshawn.
Well,
do yourself a favor.
Well,
I believe Errol gonna beat Crawford, Mr. Lopez.
That's what I believe. But you know what? I want him to have gotten his 10 million. Because if he got if he got the 10 million, then we're really going to see what Bud Crawford is about. Because he's got his 10 million. So money's not an issue. In his mind, he's already a Hall of Fame fighter. So there's nothing else for you to fight for except for to show your fans who follow you and believe in you and who think you're the best thing since sliced bread, show them that they are correct for thinking so. And the only way at this point for him to do that is to fight Errol Spence Jr. Because if he doesn't fight Errol Spence Jr., he ain't fighting nobody at PBC. Know that. He finna be fighting Josh Taylor's. He finna be fighting Xander Zayas at 154. If he does not fight Errol Spence, he might as well retire. That's going to tell me everything I need to know about Bud Crawford. Everything I need to know. Who is this? Sean Clark comes back. He says, if Bud agreed to all terms and EJ's team granted the transparency Bud asked for, is where we left off. Why do we need to go back to the drawing board?
Ask them fucking fans that. They the ones with all the answers. And you right, front desk. Y'all all are entitled to your opinion. That's why you still here and they ain't kicked your ass out. Because we allow opinions over here.
Right.
That's what we hear. We accept everybody. We like the back and forth. We want to hear what we got to say. Right. But we gonna say what we got to say too. So don't because you over here, oh, they're gonna block me out. We not gonna block y'all. Say what you gonna say. As long as you all that extra, you good here.
Yeah. And but quit lying though, because Larry, he ain't the people's champ, baby. He not with one belt. 147. No, he's not. No. No.
He's y'all champ. Yeah. And all I'm gonna say is this. Y'all praying and hoping. Y'all are condoning Bud doing what he's doing. You're making it okay. Y'all get on here and argue and saying what y'all are basically confirming that he don't need Errol. And if that's what y'all gonna do, cool. All I'm gonna tell y'all is good luck.
Good luck with that. Good luck. And on that note, friend, child, we done almost been on here 2 hours. Oh my God.
The second time we done did that.
Oh my goodness. We be missing y'all. Can y'all tell we missed y'all a little bit? Yeah. We did. So look, before we get out of here, once again, well wishes to Errol Spence Jr. He was in a car wreck yesterday, and thank God he was in his bulletproof car. Saved his life, probably.
Those motherfuckers.
Yeah, they fighting the air. Yeah, they swinging at the air. Yeah. But also, shout out to Errol Spence's fighter, Frank Martin, coming up this week. Frank will be in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan fighting Michelle Rivera. That's a really good, equally yoked matchup. See how that goes? Two young, hungry fighters on the same level meeting up. See how they doing that? I love that. Can we get some of that, bud? Can you get enough? Okay, let me stop. Anyway, y'all, be sure to tune in Friday. We'll be back doing the weigh-in special Friday evening. Lopez, you come on back. Front desk, you come back too. We love y'all. Y'all come on back with y'all sassy self. And we'll see y'all next week. Friend, go ahead and give folks your last words.
You know, as usual, we had a bunch of people in here tonight.
See? Oh, wait a minute. Stop. I'm sorry. Stop. See? Now, Larry, look, I'm trying, Larry, but you go that. Don't do that here. Don't do that, okay? Because we love to talk boxing, but don't do that.
I talk people business, and you damn sure don't want me to get on here talking bud business, because I will run down through there, have y'all sick. Your boy ain't perfect with his criminal ass. He likes jail. Since we want to talk about Errol drinking, Bud like jail. And with that being said, y'all have a good night. Have a great work week. Stay out of jail. Make sure y'all tune into Chicken Talk. They having a special guest. I want to say it's Tuesday or Thursday. But if you have a Twitter, tap into Chicken Talk, because they got a special guest coming. And we'll be back on Tuesday at 2 p.m. with Steady Onus. Tuesday at 2 p.m. Steady Onus will be on Chicken Talk, you guys.
That's on Twitter, y'all.
And once it's done, he records it. I think he posts them on YouTube, but I will put a link on our Instagram if you following us, and so y'all can get to it. But yeah, make sure y'all tap in with us on Friday. We lit live and local. We have grown so much, you guys. We grow like literally every freaking week when we run. So I just want y'all to know, thank y'all. We hope y'all appreciate the content. We love doing this shit for y'all, and we will see y'all on Friday.
Front desk, whenever there's the next big fight in DC, when is Tank's fight? In January? I won't be able to make that January fight, but the next big fight in DC, I might oblige you. We're gonna see what your run.
I know people y'all need to do the media for the fight. It take a lot of work to get the media passes and shit. We gotta catch a date and be on top of that shit. We work, y'all.
Yeah, we work. Right. This ain't paying them figures just yet, but we working though. And with that, y'all have a great weekend. Have a great work week. Mind your tone and delivery. I think some of y'all might be a little new here. And, we big on tone and delivery up in here. We kiki and cackle and whatnot. But mind your tone and delivery, especially in these comments, okay? All right. Y'all have a great one. We love y'all. Bye.
Subscribe to us. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Turn your notifications on, because y'all never know when we might pop up on you anyway. But we got some guests coming through too. So turn your notifications on.
That part. All right, y'all. Bye.